Talking the table now, and an interesting new poll out from Quinnipiac. It measures the intensity of how people feel about certain politicians, asking voters across the country to assign a temperature in degrees for a bunch of different elected officials. If you love someone, let's say it's Dominic Carter, you give him a temperature of 100 degrees.
100!
If you hate someone, let's say it's Andrew Whitman, you give him a temperature of 0.
I'll give you a 10.
We're going to do this in two. Thank you, Obie. We're going to do this in two parts. First up, Family Feud style. We're putting the top 8 names up on the board. And we're going to ask you all to tell us where you think the politicians go. And I'm going to help you guys out by giving you 3 of the names right off the bat. Let's do that board. President Obama ranks 4th with a temperature of 48. Ted Cruz is 6th. Marco Rubio is 7th, both at 48 degrees. Got it? Get how this is going to work?
Yes.
All right. First up, the woman many say is the lock for the Democratic nomination, Hillary Clinton. You know who she is. Where do you think she would fit on this scale? Let me start with Jeannie.
I'm going to go with 1.
You think she's number 1? Dominic?
Definitely number one.
O'Brien?
2.
Number 2?
2.
Okay, let's go to the board. Survey says she's in 2nd place with 52 degrees.
They cheated.
Up next, another name getting a lot of play for 2016, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. Let's go around the room and say, around the table, where do you think he falls on the list?
Number 1.
O'Brien?
Number 1.
Dominic?
301.
I'm going to go with 1 now.
1, 3. Survey says number 1, even higher than Hillary Clinton. I can't get sued for saying survey says, can I? Maybe a surprise to see this name on the list. The junior senator from New York, Kirsten Gillibrand, is in the top 8. Dominic, where do you think Gillibrand ranks?
No higher than 5.
No higher than 5. Jeannie?
Yeah, I have to say name recognition. She's got to be 5 or 8, so 5.
Bill?
It's 5 or 8, then 5.
Yeah.
5.
O'Brien? Survey says 5th place. These guys are good. Finally, we have the 3 spot and the 8 spot still open on our board, and 2 more names. So who goes where? Joe Biden, the Vice President of the United States, or another surprise entry, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. I need both. So it's 3rd place or 8th place here. I'm going to start with Bill.
For which candidate? I think Biden 3 and Warren 8.
Biden 3 and Warren 8. O'Brien?
Bill's a great spokesman. I agree with that.
Biden 3 and...
That's exactly what
Jeannie?
it is.
He's right, because it's the vice president.
You guys know how I feel about Elizabeth Warren, right? Survey says Elizabeth Warren came in 3rd place. Joe Biden came in 8th place.
That's why you selected this one.
That is why. I don't know what you're talking about.
They thought it was Elizabeth Dole.
Warren.
They thought it was Elizabeth Dole, not Elizabeth Warren.
Part 2. This is just going to be a heads-up one-on-one. Who got the higher score from voters? First up, Andrew Cuomo or Rand Paul?
From voters nationally, obviously, Rand Paul.
Rand Paul.
Unfortunately, Rand Paul.
Jeannie?
Probably Rand Paul.
Survey says Rand Paul, but only by a little. Another local politician in the mix, Long Island's Peter King or Jeb Bush. Who do you think scores higher, Jeannie?
I would say Jeb Bush.
Definitely Jeb Bush.
I love Peter King, but Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush. Yeah.
Survey says it was Peter King.
Wow.
Good
It was
for
Peter King.
Good for Peter.
Is this a statewide poll?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
this
confused.
is a national poll. By
The Bush name is what
Yeah.
Jeb's problem is there.
okay, we had a couple of others, but we're going to wait until the next time this whole panel is together. We're going to take a. Oh, we do have time for one more.
We want more.
Okay,
Right.
fine. Least popular politicos in the entire poll: John Boehner or Harry Reid. This is the bottom of the poll. Who had
Can I
the
phone
better
a friend?
score?
Harry Reid.
Harry Reid.
Can I phone a friend?
No. Who had the better score?
Reid.
Harry Reid.
Boehner.
Higher score.
I would say, oh, this is so hard. I'm sorry. I'd say Reid had a higher score.
Survey says Boehner with the higher score. We're going to take a
You
quick
were
break.
right.
Stay with us. We'll wrap up RFL after this.